Hi, I'm Jennifer. And everyone told me that I needed to save more for retirement. No one told me that I could earn smarter. So let's talk about why cash flow is the real secret to retirement. Well, as you know, most retirement advice focuses on the total number of assets you have, or even more specifically, the balance in your retirement accounts. The whole idea is to put enough money into your retirement account so that you can pull out a percentage of the earnings and not affect the principal for an extended amount of time, because you want to make sure that that total number lasts through your whole retirement, because as we've discussed in prior videos, we're looking at a 20 to 30 to 40 year retirement. So really what that is trying to do for us is it's trying to guarantee that we'll have a cash flow. Of course, it's always nice to have money, and it's nice to have some reserves in case something comes up. There are different ways to make cash flow or create cash flow, whether it's from a side hustle, whether it's from a small business, or if it's personally, I've always looked at real estate. And you can have real estate that you rent out, and that creates a cash flow, or even a portion, like if it's bedrooms, or if it's Airbnb. I mean, there are all kinds of ways to make things work. But personally, what I was looking at when I was widowed in my late 50s, we had just sold a house. What was it, about 3 years prior? We did make money on it. And when you do make money on selling your own primary residence, that is considered a capital gain, not income. And the capital gain that's allowed before they start taking taxes. If you exceed that amount, you do pay taxes, but there is kind of a protected amount of $250,000 for a single person, or $500,000 for a couple. We had bought another house, and it was a fixer-upper. So I finished the renovation project after my husband passed away. It took about a year, and so it was 3.5 years between when we had purchased it to when I sold it. I did have a nice profit for 3.5 years, and I realized that, that was, oh my gosh, 3 times my salary. And it doesn't count as income, right? So it was a good thing. And I thought to myself, okay, I'm just putting this out there because this was my general plan in the beginning, but it might be something you want to look into. I thought, okay, you have to own it, I think, for 2.5 years before you sell it. And so I just thought, well, why don't I do that like 3 or 4 times, or 2 or 3 times, to be able to put a good sized nest egg aside. And so I have purchased a renovation. This renovation that I have is taking me longer. I've been here 4 years so far, and I still have some projects to finish. But I look at it as like a hidden cash flow. I've always got a project that I am working on, and that's always increasing the value of my property. And since the value is going up because of that, basically it's another income stream, but it's just kind of a hidden income stream. So I do think that it's an excellent way to create another nest egg. It's kind of like when you have a 401k and they take the money out of your check and you don't see it going away. You just kind of live within your means. This is the same type of thing, because you're gaining value, you're gaining equity, but you don't see it until you sell. And you also have the choice that you could, more like the Burr method, you could rent it out instead. So if you bought the place and you rented it out, then that way you would create a cash flow stream and have rental income, or you could sell it and have a chunk of money, and then you can buy another one and maybe repeat it, or maybe that next one is just where you want to land permanently. So getting back to cash flow, what you're trying to create for retirement is the amount of cash flow that you need to be able to live comfortably. And so, there's Social Security, there's pensions, there's, your 401k, and then there's also, real estate. And that can be real estate that's a rental, but there's this other way to have real estate performing for you and working for you. And let's not forget, it's a big one, is real estate is, you don't want to say inflation proof, but it goes along with inflation. I mean, it grows. The value of your property will grow because of inflation. Personally, I'm kind of a romantic about real estate. It's like you can always see the potential. You can see that it's a property that needs a little love. It needs some attention. And if you do that and give it attention and make it a nicer place for other buyers or people who want to rent, then it's a win-win situation. And I should mention that I am not a financial advisor. This is just for educational purposes, and it's just my own experience on what I did and thoughts I had about it. That capital gains on selling your primary residence is called Section 121 in the IRS code. So you should look that up if you're interested and consult your own financial advisor. So I hope that was helpful. So my next video, I'll be sharing how to work on mindset to keep your optimism high and how to have fun spending the money that you're making and the cash flow that you have. So I hope to see you on the next video. Thank you so much for being here, and subscribe and like and comment. Love to see all that. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. All right, take care. Bye-bye.